I definitely spent more of my career as a reliever, and some of those starts that I made last year were kind of spot starts out of necessity. So, last year I feel like my skill set was definitely more built for relief. I was kind of more of a one-pitch guy, throwing my slider a lot, and that's been a big focus for me over the fall and into this spring is to kind of work on my pitch package and get to the point where if the team asks me and I need to start this year, then I feel confident that I'll be ready to do that. But if I'm back in the bullpen, I feel confident in my ability to do that job as well. So it really just depends on what the team needs me to do.
You see yourself at the tail end of the bullpen, last couple of innings, that type of thing?
Yeah, I think if I end up back in the bullpen, it'll probably be a pretty similar role to what I was in last year. I really like that kind of setup guy role. I was an offensive lineman in high school, and I feel like it's a pretty similar role in that you're just there to kind of do your job. You kind of come in, sneak in the game. It's your job to hold the lead, get it over to the high name guys, the closer. I really kind of like that role, the anonymity of it at times. And so if I'm back in the bullpen, I could see myself back in that role, and I felt like I handled it well last year.
How's Coach Taylor been?
He's been great. I've loved working with Matt. I feel like the biggest difference in my mind is just the standard that he's holding us to. I mean, he's obviously a very knowledgeable guy, pitching-wise, but just the level of expectation of what we're doing every single day, whether that be our catch play, whether that be the drill work that we're doing, whether it be the pitcher's fielding practice that we're going through, it's just a different level of, and he doesn't even have to say it. It's just kind of the way he looks at you, don't be messing around and get it right. We're doing this one time. And get it right, do the little things right, and then if we handle the little things, handle the process, then we know that the results are going to take care of themselves.
How has it been learning so many new teammates and having so much turnover from last year? I imagine it's a little jarring for the guys that come back.
Yeah, it definitely has been an adjustment, but I felt like our coaches did a really good job with the guys that we recruited out of the portal, that they weren't just looking for, the best possible player that they could get stat-wise. They were looking for guys that were going to fit with our culture and our program. And I feel like they did a really good job with that. So all of the transfers that we brought in are really great guys, are great ball players, and they take care of their business. So you don't ever really have to say anything to a transfer because they've been around the block. They've played a lot of college baseball, and they know what they're doing. And then we've got a great freshman classes here too. I mean, those guys have come in and worked really hard and bought into what we're doing. So it definitely was an adjustment, just getting to know. Like, I showed up on the first day of the fall last year, and I looked around the locker room, and I knew, maybe 10 guys, and the rest of the guys on the team, I didn't know their face. But now, at this point, we're a very close-knit group, and really like where we're at from a chemistry standpoint.
What do you think are fair expectations as a team for you guys, and do you put expectations on, yourselves to what you want to accomplish this year?
Absolutely. I think the goal of this program is always to be playing in the postseason. And so every year that I've been here, other than last year, that was a disappointment that we didn't make the postseason last year. But baseball is such a just kind of random game at times. A pitch here, a pitch there, a ground ball gets fielded here, is the difference in a couple games, and that can be the difference in making the postseason. So I feel like really right now we're just kind of focused on taking care of our business, showing up every single day, and trusting our process, trusting what we're doing. And we know that if we're talented enough that if we get the right breaks and we handle things the way that we need to, the sky's the limit for this team. And the same thing individually, that I'm just focused on doing everything I can do in my power to be the best I can be every single day, and I'll let the results take care of themselves.
One more. You got a new catcher in Ellis. Of course, everybody was talking about his hitting. As a pitcher, what did you see from him as far as handling pitchers and defensively?
I really like throwing him out a lot. He's a big guy, so he's a big target back there. I like that a lot. He's a very competitive guy, and so when you're in the middle of trying to attack a hitter, you can really tell, when he's wanting you to execute this pitch. It's get this guy right here. He does a good job with feedback from behind the plate. He's a good lead. He's come in immediately and has kind of become a leader for our team, as a fifth-year transfer, it takes a special guy to do that. So I really like having Matt back there. He's a great catcher to get to throw to.
Thank you, guys. Talk about, your role with the team. You've been, you've handled both roles, bullpen, starter, Have you adjusted to being a starter, you feel?
Yeah, I think Matt Soto did a really good job with me. Just building my pitch package, building me up. just getting me acclimated to that new role. So, I'm going to look to move into a starter role this year, and I think he's done a really good job preparing me for that.
What's kind of been the approach to, I guess, how do you stretch yourself out? How do you work on your repertoire to make yourself be able to go through hitters multiple times as a starter?
Yeah, so it's a couple things. Just, continuously building up my stamina, more and more pitches, whether it's through long toss or just throwing more pitches in the game. And then the second thing is just got to work more efficiently. And we've done that kind of tweaking my arsenal, so I'm in the zone more, so I'm doing more weak contact, just able to work more efficiently.
How have you handled all the freshmen, all the transfers, all these newcomers coming in and meeting everybody and getting to know your new team?
It's been really good. We've got a great group of guys. 3 of my roommates are actually freshmen, so just kind of taking them under my wing and showing them how we do things, trying to keep our culture strong and making sure everybody's getting after it.
3 freshman roommates, what's that like?
I like it. I'm good friends with all of them. They've been really fun just being roommates with them, so I've liked it.
You don't have to tell them to turn off the TV, it's time to go to bed and stuff like that.
Sometimes.
You've had to make an adjustment too. When you first came here, how has the transition been for you?
You just mean the transition of having guys younger than me who look up to me?
As far as adjusting to how things are done here and everything else.
Coming from junior college, it's a lot more structured here. The classes are a lot harder, but there's a lot more support for you. So, you just got to come in, be disciplined, manage your time, do your work, and as long as you stay on top of everything, you'll be good because the people around you really want you to succeed, and they do a great job of putting you in a position to succeed. So as long as you do everything, you'll be fine.
Anything else for Terry?
One more question. How did you come about your nickname, and have you adapted to it?
Yeah, so it was my roommate last year, Davis Green. He transferred to Mercer, but he's my roommate, and he just started calling me that, and then it just kind of stuck. He would never even call me Terry or anything. He'd just be like, "Oh, what's up, Scary?" so that's kind of how it came about.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.